Hello and welcome to another update video about Litecoin. So Litecoin is moving up quite strongly today. We can give currently still the idea that the bear market basically ended in June some weight. Yeah, it is, however, not a highly probable scenario. This could be, in a bearish scenario, just be here an ABC pattern highlighted in blue. That is the bearish case, because we haven't got, on the higher time frame, we haven't got enough waves to the upside to consider something more bullish. At the moment, at the very best, what do we have? At the very best, in the most bullish interpretation, we have here a wave 1, which peaked in September, and then a wave 2, which bottomed in November at around $46. And since then, all we've got so far is another impulse, probably in a wave 1, and we've now come into a support area in a wave 2. So we've got basically a 1-2-1-2 setup. This is one of the best setups you can get in Elliott Wave. I did formulate for you a yellow support area. We have now left that area to the upside, and anybody who did enter in that support area in a long trade would now be in profit. However, I also need to issue a warning in this video, because it is one of the best setups you can get, but you also need to look at the subdivisions of the coins and understand that out of a possibly good trade setup, something bearish could come out, right? So I want to make you aware of the risks here. The problems I have with this setup, 1-2-1-2, yes, fair enough, it's one that I follow, it's one that I observe, but I lost confidence into this chart when we missed one more leg up. In this move here to the upside that happened between November and early December, I would have liked to see one more wave up at least. Yeah, you remember that we broke support. I initially assumed this was only a wave 4 down and we were waiting for another wave 5 up. Didn't happen, so I lost trust in this chart. So when you have a possible impulse unfolding and you have to change from an impulse into another 1-2 setup, so this could have become a more, a complete impulse basically in this wave. However, we came down, put another wave 2 in because we retraced too much, and that made me lose quite a bit of confidence in this chart. I already didn't have a lot of confidence in this chart. There's also nothing I'm trading because of that, because of this leading diagonal. It is okay, but it's a very, very shallow and flat leading diagonal. Or alternatively, it's just a correction, basically a WXY pattern or so, which is part of that larger ABC, which would be the bearish case. But hey, we can look at it in terms of a 1-2 setup. Certainly looking better than what many other coins are doing. And then here another 1-2 setup. So that would be the bullish interpretation. Just be aware that we have a leading diagonal here. That in itself costs the chart some reliability. And then here, yeah, this last wave up wasn't strong enough for in my opinion. Yeah, I would have liked to see a stronger move to the upside. Has also to do with the length of the wave 5. So if we count this as a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ideally, you would have seen the wave 5 reach the $86.80 level. It only reached $84.80, so it didn't even reach the 1-to-1 ratio. That is not, it doesn't invalidate this impulse, but again, it costs it some reliability. Anyway, we can currently look at this as a wave 2, what we're currently doing here. Maybe it's complete, but I'm not convinced again, yeah. Because again, this whole bear market has been a sequence of fake lows and whatever. So this doesn't currently look to me like it's finished. I mean, anybody who entered here, what I would, and again, it's up to you what you do. I can't recommend anything, but what would I do? Had I entered really in this yellow support area, which I didn't, I would move up my stop loss now. I would possibly even bring my stop loss into profit for the following reason. I'm not convinced that the move to the downside in this wave 2 is over. Why is that the case? What we had in the last video was, and I haven't changed the wave count yet. In the last video, we talked about, go to the 1-hour chart, that we had here a wave 1 and a wave 2. And then we are in the wave 3. In the wave 3, we had another 1, 2, 3, and I was waiting for wave 4 support. The fact that in a wave 3, we lost wave 4 support is extremely difficult. That makes this uptrend, in my opinion, unlikely. It is now, this cannot be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anymore. This is now making it even, this could still, all of this could still again now be some kind of a leading diagonal. Again, you know what I think about diagonals, they are unreliable. So all of this could be this. Yeah, at best now, at best. What do I always tell you with diagonal patterns? They need to prove that they indeed are diagonals, which means a diagonal pattern could be very well be a bullish pattern, but they are not trustworthy, which means with an impulse, you can at least make a call. Okay, I've had a wave 1, I've had a wave 2, I've had a wave 3, so I'm now waiting for 4 and 5. But at least if I see an impulse emerging with a strong wave 3 and so on, you have some trust in it, and it sort of builds on itself. With a diagonal pattern, especially given the context that I just explained to you, we lost support here and so on, this move up looks very corrective. I can believe it is a diagonal, and that would form a wave 1 of the higher degree wave 3, but only if we now push higher and break above the wave 3 high at $71.60. So anyway, now is not the time to enter anyway, in my opinion, because the time to enter was here in the support area that I defined for you, at one of the fib levels in this support area. So anybody should be in profit anyway, so the trade would have worked out. The thing is only, now it's time to move up the stop loss, in my opinion, okay? I would even do that at the risk of being stopped out a little bit too early, but I would want to take out the risk in this setup, because this has failed to create an impulse. It can still create a diagonal, which would still be the bullish case, but it is, again, then with the diagonal pattern here unfolding, it's unlikely or unreliable. So this would then be a wave 1, and we would do something like that, yeah? So the way, if you think about entering here, it's up to you. But the way I would normally handle this, if I don't have a clear vision here and it's only a diagonal, I would want to let it play out and then buy the wave 2 retracement. And if it fails before it breaks above the wave 3 high, it's going to go down lower as well. What would be the pattern then? The pattern then, if it doesn't put a higher high in, then we've got a very simple ABC. A wave down, B wave to the upside, C wave down. And then it poses the challenge that it probably will not hold the support area and it will probably break down. So that's where we are here with Litecoin. I'm just thinking, or is it, well, okay, it could also be a WXY and then we have an ABC here. But still, this last wave doesn't really have enough space, well, it would be something like that then. It could work out, but again, it needs to hold. If it comes down, if it doesn't put a new high in place now, if it doesn't put a new high in place in this leg up, it will most likely not work out as a continuation of the uptrend, will then come down lower. Again, as long as we're holding support in this area, it is worth, well, as long as we hold support in this area, it can still give it another, go. Yeah, and then we say the wave 2 is in here somewhere. But yeah, I think the strategy has to be to move up the stop loss now. Yeah, not necessarily taking profits, because this can still move higher all the way up to the, let's call it the $76 level. But it could very well fail at this resistance at 71.50. At least that's the next resistance. If it pushes higher, and it might just do that now, then yeah, then we have a possible leading diagonal, and then, the chart has proven something. But then again, I would probably take some profits up here, at least take partial profits, in anticipation of the wave 2 retracement, which could then be another entry point. Okay, and that's my update about Litecoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.